I wanted to reach out and just say that the messages that I get are, divinely connected. They come from God, and all messages may not be for everybody. All right. So if it resonates with you, then to God be the glory. If it doesn't, that's still okay. But I want you to understand that there is somebody in your life that sit back and ask you all kind of questions about you, what you like, what was your upbringing, what was it like, and they sit back and they really listen for all the wrong reasons. They're listening to see where your weak spots are. What are your triggers? What is your trauma? It is people that sit back and act like they're so into you and they love you so much. Oh, you're just the best thing. I never had this happen before in my life, the way that I'm connecting with you. It's just all spiritual. It's all a vibrational frequency. We're on the same frequency. I never met a woman like you. I've never met a man like you. Like, I was just thinking about you when you called me. I was just praying about you when you showed up. It was just like a vibrational pull into my life. And then you get to know people and they sit back and they literally ask a whole bunch of questions, like you're on the job interview, honey, like you being briefed for a news conference, okay? Like you over there working and trying to put in a application for the CIA. I want you to understand they want to know everything about you, including blood type. And the reason why they want to know everything about you is so they can turn around and use it as a weapon against you. I want you to understand that sometimes you just need to close your mouth. And you don't need to tell everybody all your business. Because I want you to understand that the devil's listening. He wants to know everything that you got. And what he does is he'll take a fool or he'll take a clown that's been running this same game for years. I'm talking about 50, 60 years old, still running around here with these same games, still saying the same stuff that you said to every woman, honey. Just running around here saying the same thing that you said to every man, honey. You just running looking for somebody that's that simple-minded, that you could come into their life and feed them a line and have them thinking all kind of crazy about you. Oh my God, like you're just such a great person. Let me tell you something, honey. If it's too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it is. Because real people, they're going to take their time to get to know you. They're not going to rush situations. They're not going to ask intrusive questions. They're going to gauge that relationship and they're going to honor your boundaries. They're going to respect you. They're not going to disrespect you. They're not going to be real timid and real, just anything you say, it ticks them off. I want you to understand that a whole lot of folks are running around here wrapped in glass because they're so broken. Honey, glass has become a part of their characteristic traits. You can barely say one word to them and all of a sudden they're flying off the handle. You can barely say hi and then all of a sudden you're up to no good. I want you to understand that when somebody is walking up into your life asking you a whole bunch of old questions, especially when they try to get into your mind to figure out what your triggers are, what your trauma may be, if you have daddy and mama issues, keep your mouth closed. Because I want you to understand this, and I'm speaking from years of experiences and just studying people, that people will ask questions and act like they're sincerely interested, portrayed to be this bright and morning star, to hopefully take the place of God in your life. They sit back and they listen, and it ain't even them that's listening. I want you to understand that it is your adversary that is listening. And he understands that if he can get your admission behind what he already knows, then it gives him permission to run a show. It gives him permission to ruin your life. It gives him permission to disrupt your flow. It gives him permission to make your life a living hell. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's how much power you have in your voice. It's what you say with your mouth that gives the elements around you permission to work for you or work against you. If they coming on too strong, pump the brakes on people. And if they get frustrated, let them flow. If they asking too many questions, don't dare giving them an answer, because people need to earn the right to get certain information from you. Guard up. You have to understand that it's a spiritual war going on, and that if we have an adversary, and I want you to understand that that adversary knows that bloodline that you come from. I want you to understand that adversary knows if you got mama and daddy issues. That adversary knows if you have trust issues. That adversary knows if you you have addiction issues. That adversary knows if you're broken inside. And all he is waiting for you to do is to admit it. Because when you admit it, you give him admission, which is permission to come into your life and make it hell. And until the next video, guys, peace, because I believe in you. Bye now.